Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. This is the day 2 of our vacation trip. We are in Banff right now, so this is the parking lot of our hotel. Then we started our journey towards Lake Louise. Meanwhile, we stopped at Tim Hortons to have some breakfast. Right now we are going to Johnston Canyon, which is on the way from Banff towards Lake Louise. There are two waterfalls there, that is the lower waterfalls and the upper falls. It's definitely a must do for any visitor to Banff National Park. So this is the parking space near the Johnston Canyon Resort. There are lots of restrooms and lots of parking area is also there. So we started our walk towards the lower falls. Right through the Johnston Canyon is a gorgeous walk through a narrow canyon with intimate views of Johnston Creek. This view is from top of a bridge. We were just walking past the bridge, and so there were so many beautiful hikes in between. It's pretty much crowded actually, and the day was very beautiful also, so we thought of walking all the way towards upper falls. There are lots of catwalks built into the side of the canyon, and which gives an excellent view of the bright blue creek. It's 0.5 mile hike towards the lower falls, and the path is not at all hard. It's a well paved path, so it's very easy to walk towards the lower falls. We can see the beautiful water that is flowing around. The kids were having fun, and they liked the roaring waters, and so they were enjoying all the fun that's going on, and they were playing some games like they were spotting some birds there and some butterflies and all these things. So it was like that. So we were just walking along the pathway. We reached the lower falls, and it was very crowded, and the people were clicking pictures of the falls. And so once we were at the lower falls, we crossed a bridge over the stream, and then the bridge provided us with the frontal views of the waterfalls. It was so stunning to see the falls. There was a tunnel at the end of the bridge, so everybody were queuing up to go inside the tunnel and see what's happening on the other side. And it's our time to enter the tunnel, and so Zishan and myself, we were waiting, and Suraj was taking the video. We went inside, and it was a small gap, and so we can see the waterfalls very clearly, and the sprinkles were falling on our face. It was very beautiful to see the falls so nearby. After the lower falls, we continued our hike towards the upper falls. Upper falls is another 1.5 mile hike from the lower falls, and in between there were small falls which my son enjoyed a lot, standing there and throwing stones in the water, and splashing the water on his face and all. By walking slowly and stopping in the middle of the hike, at last we reached the upper falls, which is a very beautiful sight to the eyes. After standing there for some time and clicking some more pictures, we just walked towards the little bit further, and we saw these falls, and look at the force and the energy with which the water is falling. It's amazing. When the sunrise is hitting the waterfalls, we can see a rainbow there, and you can see the crowd. It's pretty crowded there, and so we came back to the waterfalls again, and we were standing there for hours. We took some pictures. By the time the kids were very tired, and they were sitting by the side of the rock. Further ahead of Upper Falls, you will hike towards the ink pots. Ink pots are a wild spectacle of intense blue and green pools of water in a spectacular basin. We ended our hike at the Upper Falls, and then we started back towards the parking space. As it was downhill, it was easy for the kids and us to return back on the hike. We reached the parking area, we freshened up, and then we started our journey towards Takakkaw Falls. On the way, we stopped at a viewpoint which is called as Spiral Tunnels. The lower Spiral Tunnel viewpoint is located on the Trans-Canada Highway, which is east of Field, a place in British Columbia. We can see the tunnel from the viewpoint. We started again to go to Takakkaw Falls. When we reached the Takakkaw Falls entrance, it was closed because there was some avalanche that happened some 2 to 3 weeks ago. So that's why the roads are closed there. So we stopped there, and meanwhile we can see some other falls, and so we thought of exploring that place. As the kids were inside the car, we went towards the waterfalls. We saw the Yoho River as well as the Kicking Horse River both merge, and they meet here at this point. As the Takakkaw Falls is closed, we thought of going to our next destination, that is the Emerald Lake. We parked our car and we started walking towards the Emerald Lake. It looks very crowded here. This Emerald Lake is located in Yoho National Park in British Columbia. The name itself is enough to describe the lake. It is a very pretty green color. I was so mesmerized by looking at the lake and the nearby snow-capped mountain, and it was a scenic wonder actually. It is said that the green color of the water is caused by powdered rock from the glaciers, which reflects the blue-green spectrum of sunlight. It is a beautiful sight to the eyes. There is a restaurant there, but by the time we reached, it was closed. From Emerald Lake, we drove to Natural Bridge, which is only 10 minutes of drive. This is what we saw at the Natural Bridge. It is a natural rock formation that spans the flow of the Kicking Horse River west of Field. That's how it got its name. From Natural Bridge, we drove to a small town called as Field. We went there, we parked our car, and we visited the visitor center to see what is there in the town. And so the kids went to the nearby park to play for some time. There for some time, we then drove to Lake Louise, our next destination. We were hungry. We stopped at Lake Louise shopping center, and there we went to a shop and we ordered a coffee, and then we went to a small shop which is called as Luggins, and so we ordered food from there. After having slight snacks, we reached Lake Louise. We parked our car there, and it was around $12 from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Then we walked towards the lake. It was also very crowded there. So from the parking space towards the lake, it's just a 5 minute of walk. So it depends upon where you park your car. There is a big parking area, but mostly to get the parking space, it's very difficult. But by the time we reached there, it was almost 7. We got a parking space. After clicking some pictures, we went to the canoe place and we rented a canoe. Sarah and myself were in one boat. Zishan and Suraj were in the other boat. I was so scared of paddling because I never did it, only once when we went to Morro Bay. But it was fun. You have to try. If you go there, you have to try once. It's really fun. This is how we enjoyed our second day in Banff National Park. So if you guys like my video, please like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Bye bye.